And we are back. Pokemon Heart Gold, Hardcore Nuzlocke. The randomizer is in full swing as we have two more Elite Four members and the champion to take on. Can we win this run? All right, I think that was a very sobering fight there, a very sobering battle. And now we still have two more Elite Four members and the champion. So I think the method stays the same. We open with our potential Yawn setup so that we have a second to really think about, do we go in for the Lucario strats? Do we set up on them with the Swords Dance Huge Power? Or do we pivot into one of our legendaries to see if we can get a really good angle on that? So I really like this open. And I think we're just going to go for the Yawn play. The cross chop does come down. And that's going to be bad news for our Lucario. But let's see here. Because Lucario is the only one that we have for setup. We couldn't get our hands on any Calm Mind or anything like that. So we could pivot straight into one of our legendaries. We could actually just keep Swallow out here and shoot some Sludge Bombs down while the Yawn comes down. That is absolutely perfect. But now we don't want to proc the full restore. Oh, the withdraw comes down and Rampardos is here. That was beautiful stuff. Now, does Rampardos have the Earthquake potential? Because it has the Rock type, which could be huge. Oh, I'm a little bit nervous, but we have a beefy Swallow. I'm willing to stay in. It has a Zen Head, but that is going to be super effective and a lot of damage. And we just need Luke to tank it. No problem here. Hold on. Okay, we hold at 44 and we don't flinch. Beautiful stuff. And now Rampardos might go for another Zen Headbutt. He absolutely might. And that is a Psychic. I have not had a single Dark type, I don't think, this run, which has been pretty difficult to deal with. But I think Grievous is going to be our swap here. That Stab Surf is going to do wonders. Got to tank that. And that is a critical hit. Hold on. Oh my God. Palkia holds. Good God. And we're going to just get Palkia to safety. That was way too much. And now I think we're just going to go into Calrissian, our Dialga, and we're just going to calm down for a moment. We're going to calm down. We're going to go for Flash Cannon. Now we do have Metronome on this guy, so each time we use a move, it's going to get buffed and damaged the next time you use it. So we can potentially use another Flash Cannon here, and it's just going to keep ramping up. So let's go ahead and lean into that. And that is enough to take down the Primeape as well, who was still sleeping. And there is the Hitmontop, who potentially is a really good fighting type move lined up, but it also might go for a counter, which doesn't even work with the Flash Cannon. That's already +2 now from the Metronome. So we are going to go straight in. It lands at half HP. That's no problem. Let's just drop back for one more as the Hitmonchan does an Agility Feint, which is just not what you want to see from your Pokemon in the Elite Four. And Shed Ninja is an interesting one. It looks like every randomizer I've played, it has kept the Wonder Guard ability. I don't know if it has something to do with how weird its evolution is, but I'm like 100% sure it still has Wonder Guard, which means we cannot hit it because we don't have super effective damage lined up. So we are going to need a Ghost type, a Rock type, Fire, Flying type is also good. So let's go ahead and get our Togekiss in there. Shadow Sneak comes down, and here is the Fade Away Air Slash. Goodbye, Shed Ninja. And now the final Pokemon, I believe, is going to be Starmie, and we have a nice Dark Pulse lined up right here. We eat the Swift, no problem. It's going to be a 2-tap potentially with that Citrus Berry coming in. We eat another Swift, the Dark Pulse for the Fade, and the Smiling Togekiss takes down another Elite Four member. And we have made it to the final member of the Elite Four, and we have the champion as well. So quick overview of the team just for a nice little recap. And we have the triple threat legendaries coming at you live here. So much fun, just so cool that Palkia is everything. And we still have our starter intact with the Togekiss. One of the biggest aces in the entire run, the huge power Lucario, absolutely. And of course, our starting Swallow with that Yawn setup has been so pivotal. So I think we are primed and ready. Let's just play this smart. Let's not get too overconfident. Let's just, play with some confidence, but also respect our opponent. As we saw last video, that critical hit on Palkia was almost enough. It almost was, and if Palkia drops, who knows what happens. So once you lose one Pokemon, the whole thing just goes out the window, potentially. So here is the Grumpig. That's not a great start, as that Psychic is going to be a problem. But I think if we just get a nice Yawn off, I don't think Grumpig can one-shot. Swalot's a beefy boy, so I think we go for the Yawn anyway. The Zen Headbutt is here. If this crits, we might die. If this crits, we might die. Let's see how good Luke can tank that. Oh, we tanked that so good. Now that is physical, and Grumpig's known more for his or her special prowess, so that probably has something to do with it. So I think we just take this opportunity and we get Lucario in there, get that triple sword stance as he sidesteps the Zen headbutt coming in that is so big. There is one sword stance. Can I get two as it goes for Snore? The Grumpig with a little ace up its sleeve. It doesn't do much damage, but that's still pretty cool. It's utilizing the fact that it's asleep with a critical hit Snore as well. Grumpig knowing what she is doing, but I don't think it really matters. And the beautiful part of that is it might use Snore on the turn it wakes up, which will actually just keep us safe in the long run anyway. So I'm actually feeling really good about just using Quick Attack here and seeing what damage we can do with that. We could have went for Brave Bird, but I'm fine with keeping our HP as high as possible. And now Medicham is here. I think we do just go for the Brave Bird. We are +6 with huge power. There's no chance. There's no chance. But one thing that would be crazy is if a Pokemon had Aftermath and then our Brave Bird recoil on top of that. What if we just get sniped from that range? Also, if Gengar... Okay, this is hilarious. Karen still has Gengar. So all Gengar has to do is use Destiny Bond, and we lose. Now, if I was a betting man, Gengar is going to go for Focus Blast. No, because we're dealing with Gengar's normal move setup, not Karen's actual Gengar. So if this was in a vanilla run, and that was normally the Gengar we would deal with, I think it would go for Focus Blast. But since it's not, I'm going to bet it all on a Destiny Bond. I'm going to bet it all on a Destiny Bond. Meaning we need... I don't think I have anything faster than the Gengar. Because you want to outspeed it so it can't use the Destiny Bond first. So that means we're going to have to put it to sleep. And we can't swap out. Oh my god, it has the Shadow Tag. This is it. This is beautiful. This is why you play the game. The only choice left then is Brave Bird and hope it doesn't Destiny Bond. Let's go. We have to hold on from the Shadow Ball. All we have to do is hold here. Come on, Skywalker. Come on, Lucario. Yes, you can. And now... what we need is to be able to hold on from the Brave Bird. We should still have about 20 HP to our name. Yes, you can. Come on. You can do this. You can absolutely do it. It's enough damage. All you got to do is hold with 19 HP. Let's go, dude. Let's absolutely go. A little bit of leftovers for reprieve. We got two more Pokemon. The Omastar comes down. And if this has Rough Skin or Aftermath, we potentially lose our Lucario, but I don't give a crackerjack. We are going in. The Fossil falls. The Fossil absolutely falls. We upgrade on top of that. We want to learn Dragon Pulse. We're not doing that since we are a physical damage Lucario this run, but pretty cool there. That's pretty cool that Lucario can learn that. But no problem there. Only one Pokemon left. What are we working with? And it is the starter from this region. The Feraligatr comes down, and I do believe a +6 huge power Force Palm comes down. Now, Feraligatr had Aqua Jet there. I think I would have just tossed the entire run potentially out the window, but we beat Rich Kid Pansy. Karen is a pretty formidable Elite Four member normally. That Gengar is always going to give you a run for your money. So I'm glad we were able to defeat here, and now that just leaves the champion. All right, we've made it to the very end here. It's going to be us versus Lance or whoever, or whichever alias he takes on for this fight. And I'm feeling pretty good about it. We have all 6 intact. Now, the thing we do have to look out for is most of Lance's Pokemon are going to be higher in level as ours, since we capped at 46. And his highest Pokemon is going to be level 50, and a lot of his Pokemon are level 48. So I'm super excited to see if that has any bearing on this fight. But let's do this. Let's make some outplays. Let's do some calculated maneuvers. Whatever we need to do to be Entrepreneur Cristiano. Here we go. Parasect comes down, opening up here. And I do believe we're just going to take advantage and potentially one-shot with a Sludge Bomb, as it is going to be super effective against the grass typing. The growth comes down. No problem there. Now what we could do, I have tried this earlier in the run as well, is now we yawn and just give an Encore to the Parasect and let him ramp up there. But I think at this point, we're just going to put him down. We are just going to put him down. And now we're going to deal with the 5 Pokemon here. And the Psychic Azelf comes in. Not what you want to see. Again, because I don't have a single Dark typing on the team. So this is not great. This is not great. We want to save our flying type pivot. We do have a steel type that doesn't have fighting. That actually is probably the play here then. Let's go get our Dialga in there. The future sight comes down. It's going to buy us a tiny bit of time. We don't have anything for super effective damage, but we can go Flash Cannon. It is going to be neutral as the nasty plot comes down. That is filthy. Can we two-shot? We absolutely cannot. Oh my god. Maybe we pivot to a Dragon Claw for potentially just to edge out the damage. Because Azelf's special defense might be higher. That's what I'm gonna do. Oh, the withdraw comes down. The Swampert is here. It completely cheeses the nasty plot, and we eat the future sight off the top. I absolutely adore the pivots from the opponent here. A level 48 Swampert is immaculate, and we are pretty weak to ground now that I'm looking at this. And I have 0 Pokemon with grass type moves. So grass or fire was off the table for me. Not the greatest thing you want to see. I mean, it's probably going to go for a ground type move. Let's go ahead and pivot into our Togekiss. And there is the Mud Bomb. Absolutely beautiful pivot. And now I believe we go for the Air Slash flinch. And then we go from there. Let's see. Oh my god, the Protect Cheese comes down. But we're going to go straight into another Air Slash. No flinch, but we're going to have to eat a Muddy Water. No accuracy debuff. Beautiful. And Air Slash is potentially our greatest damaging move after Stab. Oh, and it's probably going to live. It's probably going to live. So I think what we do now is actually we pivot into Palkia to eat the Muddy Water and hopefully we don't get hit by a accuracy debuff. But as you can see, this is where the levels come in because we are not able to even 1 or 2 shot these guys. It is a long drawn out fight, and I think that's what we do. I think we go into Grievous here. There is the Muddy Water, no accuracy, beautiful, and I do believe we outspeed. So now we can just go for a Stab Surf since Swampert splits that 50-50 between the ground and water typing. We could also go for Spatial Rem, but if we miss that 10% chance or 5% miss chance, it's over. Okay, let's just fade with a Surf. There's the Protect. No problem there. No problem. This should kill. Absolutely. Grievous comes down. Oh my gosh, this is the fight, dude. Gramble is here. That is just a normal typing, I believe. And we have an Aura Sphere. We have a super effective Aura Sphere lined up for this. We did prepare, and Gramble holds on with no HP, but goes in for a takedown, and the recoil kills the bull, kills the Bulldog, and another Shed Ninja is here. Another Shed Ninja is here, and that I do believe that means we go into either our Togekiss or our Giratina here. Both have access to a super effective move. I think I'm fine with going Togekiss, just in case something crazy comes down. There's the Grudge, which means if we use Air Slash, we won't be able to. I think it'll take out all of our moves, which is fine. I'm fine with that. Just get him out of here. We lose all of our power points for the Air Slash. No problem there. Azelf comes down, and we have a Dark Pulse lined up. This is perfect. This is perfect. As Azelf gets greedy for a nasty plot, we get the fade. The red, white, and blue comes down. Beautiful stuff. And there is the Pelipper. That is no Dragonite. The final Pokemon is the Pelipper. And oh my gosh, how do we want to win this game? How do we want to? Dude, I think we got to do the style points. Let's go ahead and get Giratina in there. The Tailwind comes down. We are going to be slower, but who cares about that? We are going for the Shadow Force. We are dropping back. It flings its Citrus Berry and heals us. The next level strats come down as we Shadow Force to oblivion. Gets Pelly to about half HP. Gets Pelly to about half HP, and I just want to chip him a little bit more so a Shadow Force can fade away. We're going to drop back with an Aura Sphere, and that is exactly what happens here. And Phasma drops back into the Shadow Realm, goes for the final Shadow Force. The spin up comes down, it's not enough, and the Pelipper falls with the fade. The Giratina takes it home, and we defeat the champion. Oh my gosh, what a ridiculous fight. Dude, Lance was going, Karen was absolutely going there for a little bit, but our team was able to prevail. We didn't lose anybody in the Elite Four, and we only lost 3 Pokemon throughout the entire run. So really good stuff. I had been struggling with that water type only Pokemon Platinum run, so this was really nice just to come in here and completely lay claim and have a pretty decisive victory, I will say. Okay, so I have actually never done the post game for Heart Gold or Soul Silver, and I figured why not go for it all? We have the randomizer here, so we're going to have more encounters. We're going to see how these gym leaders on the Kanto side of things, what they have to offer. So the run is not over. We've basically half completed it, or at least 90%ed it. but we are going to go for it all. It's going to end with the fight against red, the 1v1, 6v6. We're going to hit the level cap, and it's going to be a fantastic time. So for the moment, we've got the dub, but we are going to risk the dub against red and against the Kanto region. So that's going to be coming soon. But for now, as always, thank you so much for your time. I really do appreciate it. And I will catch you on the flip. Peace.